just a step.
These are the tapes that I saw right here on the train.
With a lot of this collection,
All right, I saw them right up here on the train in Vancouver, Washington, with the big rubber wheels on them.
To me, Mike, that's
And I was thinking in my mind, either they was going to Canada or they was going to Seattle.
I don't want to be involved in politics because I might be spied on. Somebody might suggest that I could be a terrorist because I'm involved with this group.
This is what I'm talking about. Look at these vehicles that ride by. These big ass wheels on them.
Disagrees with Big Brother. I knew the next
Damn.
step. Only I was hoping I was wrong. It's just a step.
See, that's for city combat.
Certainly the involvement of the military in these fusion centers is something.
And why are they here in America?
Martial law. I've seen that in the Philippines. The military moving in and taking over our communities, stomping on our rights. And these fusion centers are helping grease the skids. So, Mike, these fusion centers, they're located everywhere. What's one of the big ones that you know of?
Well, they have a number of big ones. One of the very slick productions is the Colorado Fusion Center.
The Colorado Fusion Center is my target. I'm on my way. Coming up, Jesse Ventura goes up against a... So, Mike, these fusion centers, they're located everywhere. What's one of the big ones that you know of?
Well, they have a number of big ones. One of the very slick productions.
I want you guys to see what that says. It says, State of Ohio. Can you see that? I hope you can see that in there. But that's what it says. That's the reason why I know what I know about Ohio. That's why I told you guys that I wish God would deal with those corrupt bastards down there. Because I know what I'm talking about. The first place they tell you they got one of those fusion centers that happens to be Ohio. Because it's the heartland of America. That's why I said what I said. So I'm not a monster. I know the people that I'm attacking. I know who they are.
Because of my beliefs that I don't always believe. Hopefully not. Hopefully. Then, concentration camps for you and your family. The governor uncovers a horrifying secret right out in the open. For a residential place, I've never seen one with a locked front door and double fences. And later, a sight even more frightening than the camps. What in the hell is this? Jesse Ventura is outside Denver on his way to the Colorado Intelligence Analysis Center, a.k.a. the Monster.
See, I need everybody to understand why I'm doing this. Because I'm already at risk. If I don't wake you people up about what these guys is trying to do on this planet, and outside of even what could happen to me, I'm going to be held accountable. Because I was told to come here and do what I'm doing right now. These guys just make it real easy for me. It's like, oh, YouTube. I can scan through here all day and give you stuff to corroborate my story. So YouTube is a blessing to me. But sometimes, you know, your stuff can get so controversial, everybody gets frozen, they have to do certain things, and I know that, so I ain't mad at nobody. But my thing is this. You got to understand that I can't be the only person out here saying this stuff to you when they can give you this. These is white people telling you the same shit. So why would you be mad at me when I say it?
You're a part of this. Yeah, hit them when they're not looking. So your main function is gathering intelligence?
Is putting together pieces of information. Fusion Center means that they take all kinds of pieces of information and fuse them together.
Yeah, gathering intelligence.
It may or may not be intelligence.
It also appears to me to be very ripe for abuse. This technology that you're putting together, how easy could that be used against American citizens?
We don't watch people. We do watch trends.
But aren't trends people?
Not necessarily.
But they could be.
They could be.
We had an occasion to study the Fusion Center in Missouri. And it came out that they were focusing in on people with Ron Paul stickers on their cars.
Right.
Now, isn't that going above and beyond the Call of Duty? I mean, it even showed up conspiracy theorists.
Yep.
That puts me in there. Would I be under observation by a fusion center because of my beliefs that I don't always believe?
Hopefully not.
What the hopefully.
Hopefully not.
First he tells me they just fuse information. Then he says he hopes they're not watching me. I think all hope is lost. These guys sound out of control.
Okay, let me tell you guys something on that note. They follow me around. I swear to you, I'm not lying. They do. They have cars that they think you don't notice following you around. One car turned off from behind you, and then you pull it to a light, and you see another person drive by. And at first I was saying, damn, am I really paranoid or what's going on? But you know what? I'm going to tell you guys something. This stuff is not a joke. There is a conspiracy going on this planet to eradicate people off the planet. They want people dead off the planet. We know for a fact that all the black people that lived in Los Angeles disappeared right after that riot. All those black people came up missing because the police had a method of arresting people because of that riot. So people were seeing a lot of people getting arrested and they didn't pay no attention to it. The only thing is those people never came back. And then all of the people that was the new flux of people that moved into Los Angeles ended up being the Spanish people. So now you got a whole city that's Spanish. I mean, even the white people is gone out of that city. The whole city is Spanish. Just a small amount of people that's not Spanish. And I don't care about that. I don't want nobody to say I'm trying to be racist. Only thing I'm doing is observing and reporting, okay? But my thing is this. That city used to be predominant black. All the black people are gone. Now, all the black men, all the black women, and all the black children vanished. And it's a whole new sector of people there. A whole new language and all that has all the jobs. And any black people that still live in that city is not doing well unless you have some type of government supplement. You're not going to work and be able to live there because the jobs pay so low. The average black person, if it's a black male, he ain't got nobody with him. He ain't going to be able to live there unless he share a house with some complete strangers. That's the way they got it set up there. It's such a rip-off. It's worse than any other city I've been to. And the thing about it is that it doesn't make any damn sense for all of us to be sitting around on this planet watching all this bullshit going on and everybody at each other's throat and not doing anything about it. And then you got a government that used the police, a private citizen, plus a jury, and a prosecutor. All this stupid ass shit to come after one innocent man because I'm sitting up telling the truth about everything that's going down. And they done got to the point where they feel they so invincible that they don't want to build all these centers around the country. And we all sitting around here knowing those centers are designed to kill people. And the reason why it happened is because of you Caucasians seeing this type of shit being done to us black people all the time and not thinking there was any reason for you to put up a fuss about it or do anything to stop it. And now it came back, and a lot of you are still sitting out there hoping that what it really is that all these things is being built to just kill all the black people. And see, if that's what the case is, that's the reason why that big ass laser is right there up on the sun waiting. And that's the reason why all these stupid ass politicians down here on this earth that think they're going to give me trouble and think they're going to put me through a lot of stupid shit like making me be all embarrassed to be in court over some dumb ass stuff that everybody that know I didn't do. You can look at the faces of everybody in the courtroom and they all know this is bullshit. All of them. The deputies, the people that work in there, all of them know this is some stupid shit. They all know that. And that judge is sitting up in there making himself look real chump to all those people that he's working around. And he don't know that. But his ego is making him look like some stupid, spoiled ass child who should be sitting in that courtroom because he can't make a proper decision. And that's the reason why people like this will be sitting their ass out here telling you about some big center that is designing itself to murder all the people on the planet and be proud as hell to let you know that he's a part of that. And the only remark he has to make is, oh, let's hope they're not watching you. Well, guess what? He better hope that Quasar sitting up there on the sun with that big ass thumper is not watching his ass, okay? Because let me explain something to you. For every judge, there's a higher judge. Know that.
We've got documents from Missouri and we've got one from Virginia that specifically targets African Americans,
Right.
or people who are against the state of Israel,
Yep.
or it's really troubling to see someone who has a particular political slogan on their car and all of a sudden they're on a watch list.
Sure, of course
This guy isn't even bothering to deny it.
That's really dicey.
Well, it is dicey.
And these policies are universal to every fusion center, or do you run each fusion center separately with these basic policies?
Each one of them is managed separately.
There go God, just letting you
The
know
federal government doesn't
that's
manage
my
these-
profit.
these
Dropping it like it's
operations.
hot.
But they oversee them.
No, they don't.
They don't.
No.
That was maybe the scariest discovery we made yet. Nobody's at the rudder. These fusion centers are
Quasar
running
is.
wild, all over our rights. That peculiar. You mean they just give away the money, and from that point on, they say you're on your own?
Well,
Here, the money.
Right.
yeah.
Imagine dozens of fusion centers, dozens of mini dictators you never heard of, a secret government funded by elite power brokers in the top echelon of Washington. What's the real scheme here? I got an idea when I got a call from Austin, Texas.
Doesn't manage these operations.
Look, I have to show you
But they
this.
oversee them.
No, they don't.
They don't.
No.
That was maybe the scariest discovery we made yet. Nobody's at the rudder. These fusion centers are running wild, all over our rights. That peculiar. You mean they just give away the money, and from that point on, they say you're on your own?
Well,
Here, the money.
Right.
yeah.
Imagine dozens of fusion centers, dozens of mini dictators you never heard of, a secret government funded by elite power brokers in the top echelon of Washington.
That's what I wanted to show you right there. Man, this makes me so mad. This thing doesn't work well, but this obelisk right here.
Certainly the involvement
They
of the
really
military
killed me
is
with
something
that.
that's very concerning.
I got an idea when I got a...
So designated as the Nazi concentration.
Fusion centers are actually pollution. Declare...
Were these executive orders?
Sure. Well, I think the first big one was Lincoln during the Civil War, which is called,
This is a
which establishes the Council of Governors.
The Council of Governors. 9 state governors and 1 from Puerto Rico. In case of a national emergency, they quarantine the country into 10 sectors and take control from the rest of the governors and state legislatures. If the president wanted to send in military or round up dissidents in a state, his council of cronies would rubber stamp anything. That's why they got picked.
That's the problem, is that the executive branch is now claiming the ability to use its military authority to execute the laws here at home.
This is just one act of prison. They've got giant.
Oh, I wanted to tell you too, I forgot to mention that. When I was in court today, I had the unfair pleasure, or the real bad luck pleasure of seeing some guy get handcuffed and taken off to jail. Now listen to this. This is what was really ironic about it. The whole circumstance around him going to jail was because he was following an American type of tradition. He was drinking alcohol at a 4th of July party, and they had fireworks, and some people got into a fight, and he busted the guy up pretty good. Well, anyway, they sent his ass to jail because they gave him something like, I think, 80 days in jail. I don't remember. I just remember him saying that he had a job and this and that, and the judge was like, well, you can just stay in jail until you go to work. And they handcuffed him and took him out to jail, you know what I'm saying? And then right after that, they bring in 4 other guys that was prisoners, all white guys, you know? And they was all sitting over there with their little faces of despair. And then at that time, there was another little white guy that was in the courtroom, and he tripped me out because he just pretty much got up, said his little shit to his homies that was in jail, put his skull cap on, they had a big old skull on it, looked at the judge, looked at everybody in the courtroom, and turned around and walked right out of there. Nobody say nothing to him. And I was just looking at it like, that was odd, but nobody said nothing to him. He looked at all crazy and all that, but anyway, nobody said nothing. I guess that type of behavior is suited, you know, for the courtroom, because I would never try to do nothing like that, but he did it. He pulled it off and got away with it. So I'm like, oh, damn. But anyway, my point that I brought that up is because by me seeing the guy get handcuffed, and seeing the other people get handcuffed, and me sitting in the courtroom as a soon-to-be person that they hope to be, you know what I'm saying, following down that line. Well, how intimidating it was is my whole point. You know, because at one time, I bet you the guys that were sitting there with those handcuffs on were sitting on the side that I was sitting at. But here it is with me. I know I ain't did shit to have no handcuffs on. And all this gangster shit that they trying to do right now, they've been doing forever. Ain't nothing new about that. You can read in the Bible and see that these same Romans are the same people who murdered Yeshua, who they later stole his personification and made him Jesus. Now, how messed up are you in your head when you are the person that murdered the person you turn around later and say was God, and you want to now worship him as your God? See, this is why I have to let them know as soon as I see them that I don't think that you are fit to be a person that has this type of control over my life, and I'm really appalled at that. And I want you to know that I don't really see your system of government as something that's being legit. I really believe you are a phony. And see, you know that. You know people will tell you that if you ever get them a chance to, but you never get them a chance to. They only get a chance to after you've locked them up already or sent them through 4 months of bullshit, and now you want to bring in a freaking fixed jury with all your corrupt ass white people on it, and then all of a sudden now I get a chance to talk when you have me accused of stealing a bike. See, this is the corrupt shit that we're talking about that this country is full of. And then you see on there, they saying that anybody that has an opposement to Israel is an immediate threat. And then Israel is always the ones that's the land of these same Jews. Okay, the same freaking Zimmerman name, all right? All that bullshit, all the goddamn time, all right? Shit like that, okay? And then everybody on the planet got to sit their ass around here and be victimized by all that bullshit, okay? I'm just really tired of that. And as me being a man, I'm trying to point out to everybody what our problem is. We're all being victimized by corrupt ass gangsters. Everybody need to wake up. Everybody. They getting ready to try to kill everybody on the freaking planet. Don't think that this shit is just for black people. See, other black people got Quasar up there on the damn sun. Know that. I don't care who they think they are. When they fuck with me, they gonna understand that they should not have done that. It's real simple. I done made it real clear who I am and what I was sent here to do, and I'm gonna do that. I'm not biting my tongue for nobody. The other night I had a dream that in my dream someone threw a grenade in my face, and when they threw it at me, I put my hand up and I caught it, and when I caught it, it exploded. And when it exploded, I woke up out of the dream. And when I woke up, my bedroom was full of dust, and I was coughing really, really hard. I mean, I was coughing bad because I had brought that out of the dream with me. So see, they do all that stuff to let me know what's going on. And then, well, that wasn't the other night. That was about 5 nights ago. But last night, before I went to court this morning, I had a dream in my sleep that I bit my tongue. And I had a dream in my sleep that I bit my tongue so hard that it was bleeding. But here's the deal. I knew I was asleep when I had the dream. And as soon as I had that dream, my subconscious mind told me, don't bite your tongue when you go to court tomorrow. I know that's what the light was saying to me. It was saying to me, don't bite your tongue. See, this is how it works. I was sent here to find these people that's responsible for all this shit that's going on this TV right here, all right? These guys is not going to be able to do all this shit that they're planning on doing. But the biggest thing that's going to stop them from doing it is the awareness of the people that we got to stick together and love each other. That's the way you get the help of the thumpers. Because the thumpers going to think they deserve to go to these concentration camps. They really smart. See, these people that living in light is really smart. They know this shit that's getting ready to go down on the earth, we all got ourselves into. They know that. And they will sit around and watch mankind do this to each other. But here's the deal. They'll give your ass help if you deserve it. And they're not going to help you fight this type of stuff off if the only thing your ass is going to do is murder each other anyway. And help each other not survive like your motherfuckers did me. When you see me riding up and down the street here in the rain, cold, freezing to death, trying to supply myself with a living for myself that you guys have taken away, and then that's the way I get treated. See, they was watching all that too. Okay, they watching all that. They are some serious smart ass people. They are not stupid. These guys that control these machines that's on this earth right now, and they are made of light manifestation. It's from mental thoughts of God. That's how they manifest. They are straight from God, mental thoughts of God. So the judges and everybody around on this planet who think they're not going to give me the provisions that I need, and they think they're going to be giving me a ticket to hell. I guess we all just see what happened, all right? But I mean, that's just it. You know, that's just the real side of it. I'm showing you guys all this stuff so you can see my corroboration that I was sent here to fight off this type of stuff. God don't want this stuff to happen to the people. Okay, that's really the size of it. And you guys gotta be willing to not let it happen to yourselves or in anything. Because if you ain't trying to help yourself, I mean, who should be? Think about that. Should be you. Okay, thanks for waiting. I had to get rid of this beef, and I couldn't turn the thing off, or it would have got out of the bottle. So I apologize for the pause in segment of talk.
Auxiliaries and other nearby prisons.
Alex was going to show me more, but then the guard showed up. Governor Jesse Ventura, is there a problem?
These guys aren't playing games.
I'm used to getting hassled. Whatever. We were moving on to another kind of prison. They call it a residential center, but it looks a hell of a lot more like a prison to me. Double fences, floodlights, barbed wire to keep people from getting out, and at the main entrance, railroad tracks.
Uh-oh,
Just
that's
like
bad.
Nazi Germany.
See there? See there?
Has gotten
Uh-oh,
contracts
excuse me.
that they will not only hold immigrants or foreigners in these facilities, but political dissidents. And they're building these centers all over the country, and they call them residential centers
Residential centers with fences?
because they're designed to hold whole families.
Hell of a place to raise a family. Here's the part that gets me, though. Any instrument that may be used as an aid in effecting or attempting escape. Well, when they use the term...
Now listen, I want to explain something to you people out there, and you listen very well, all right? They are not building no damn concentration camps with playgrounds in them if they're planning on mass murdering people. And the reason why those concentration camps have children in them is because the plan is to murder the parents and brainwash the children into becoming the type of consumers that they want them to be. This is something I've been telling you guys over and over. It's been a practice of theirs. Remember I told you before, they built large orphanages and took everybody's children and created the nicer template from that. So you better believe this is a strategy they get ready to implement right now. What they want to do is get rid of all the adults and the people that know better. Remember I said that. They want to take away the light that you see in the light codes coming in from the sunlight. That's why they target me. But see, they know that I'm a spiritual person that's really protected, and they can't get right at me, so they're going to try to be sneaky and stir up some bullshit as to where they can stir up the masses or something like that to get something done, where some chaotic event will go on and where the people themselves won't be able to hear the knowledge that the prophets are going to be trying to bring you. That's where they come up with trying to make you worry about the planets coming to kill you and all that, so you won't be in a state of calm, all right? But what it's really boiling down to is they trying to murder everybody, take everybody's children, build some brainwashed children again, so when they 50, 60 years from now, they still in control. All the intelligent people like my man right here that's waking up, we all be dead and gone. They can start their shit all back over.
Escape, that tells me people are being held here against their will. Coming up, Jesse Ventura confronts the spokesman for the so-called residential center. It looks to me, it looks very much like a prison.
Well, we're charged with their safety as well, so...
Who's after them?
I'm sorry.
I And later, shocking allegations. Is the government planning germ warfare against its own population?
But now
Yes.
there's this massive preparation for plagues and literal megadeath.
Jesse Venturo's investigation of the police state.
Okay, now that's enough of that. I'm sure we've saw as much as we need to see about what's going on with that. My thing is this. Nobody needs to sit around acting like they can't be responsible for what happened to them. Everybody gonna have to really accept the fact that you are responsible for what happened to you. And I mean, you don't let nobody push you over. I don't care who it is, the judge, nothing. You stand on something or you'll fall on anything. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. The problem with the people of the world today, especially our young people, is that we've been given a bunch of religious bullshit, dogma, propaganda. These theologies that has come into us from under these religious disguise have taught us to put all of our responsibility into the hands of other people. By us all being so ignorant and so quick to believe everything that your parents tell you, because that's where it all came from. Nobody in the streets gave me that Jesus crap. I got it at home. And that's the way it got perpetuated, because it got put into the mindset of all the adults after it got put into the mindset of all the children. So that's where we at now. We got a bunch of adults on the planet that's not responsible for self, so they can't teach the children to be responsible for self. If you run around here, every problem you have, you asking Jesus to fix it for you, then guess what? That's why you got a bunch of problems, because you got the same God who tells you can do anything you want to as long as you ask him for forgiveness. Okay, that ain't how it works. The way it works is you need to be a little bit responsible for your actions. And then when you be responsible for your actions, you'll know how to stand up for yourself when someone come and accuse you of an action that you know is not something that you did. You do not have to walk around with your head bowed down because you are being attacked by people that has been attacking you all your life. You do not have to feel like you are nothing because these same people have put you in a state of poverty that is designed to make you stay in poverty forever. All the people that I'm talking about are the ones who know deep down inside of them that they are the low-lifed assholes who need to go somewhere and jump their ass into the fire so nobody has to waste time taking them to it. Just do the whole world a favor and just go on and do your thing because you know you deserve to. Now that's all to it. Don't be sitting around thinking because you are somebody that is put in a position where you're supposed to be doing something good for your community. You don't like somebody being honest with you and telling you that you are a jerk and that you are unfitting for that job and that you should probably just go somewhere and retire and stop harassing people. There's nothing great about that. There is a God that is higher than your corrupt judge system, and your ass will be dealt with by that God for all the pain and suffering that you've caused to everyone that you abuse your power on and put through so much hell. Believe that is coming right back to you. Nobody is going to continue to walk around this earth and abuse people and treat people like shit. And all this stuff that's been going on, I hope you enjoyed it while you had a chance to, because you're really going to pay for it. All of you. Even all these presidents is getting old and senile and stupid as hell and not going to be able to enjoy all the money that they murdered and lied and did all the atrocious acts that they committed to get. And that's going to be the fate of all of you lying, cheating scumbags out there that has victimized the people of this planet. Just know that. Just know that to be true. Alright? Because, hey, don't blame it on me for being a man and telling you your shortcomings of being a man. Because someone need to be honest with you and tell you that the reason why a lot of people is failing on this planet is because people like you are devils and you have created hellish conditions for the godly people that live on this planet, and you all are going to pay for it. Please believe that. That image that you're looking at right now is the God Ptah, and he is going to see to it that his universal creation does not remain contaminated by all you wicked people. And so I'm just having faith in the God Ptah, and the God of Setmet, and the God of Set, and the God of Sar, and the whole body of God and goddesses, that justice will be done, and that a swift turnover be made to help the people of the planet Earth, so that we can be delivered from our oppressive slave, I'm not even going to call you a master, oppressive slave dogs that are making deprivation and life so unbearable for the people on the planet. I hope real soon that Quasar will send those thumpers and make all you bastards have spontaneous combustion and just get it all over with, and do the whole world a big favor. Please, Quasar.